Hey y'all, it's me Fledge, back at it again with yet another story time as you guys should already know because I'm the baddest. What? What am I bitch? The baddest transmission on YouTube, and that is of the period darling. I wanna be with you. 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 So you guys, in today's video, as you guys should already know, I'm back at it again with yet another story time. I don't know what's going on with the camera quality. But what I will say is, it is so awesome for me to be back. I know you guys have not seen me in I don't know how long. I don't know why this thing keeps fucking buffering, but it's gonna piss me off. And I'm trying not to crash out because y'all know a bitch is certified in crashology. However, we're not gonna do all that. So if you guys want to hear what this story time is gonna be about, make sure you guys like, comment, and subscribe to my channel for videos like this one. Let me slow down and say that again. If you guys want to hear what I have to say in this video, make sure you guys like, comment, and subscribe to this channel for more videos like this one. And if you guys love my gorgeous face, obviously, the natural bad gorgeous face, obviously, make sure you guys share with your friends, your family, your foes, all that. And let's get right into this video. Y'all haven't seen me in quite some time. You guys already know that I was dealing with what I was dealing with a couple weeks ago, dealing with my pet cat Rocco Grattan. Y'all already know that he passed away. If you don't know, he did pass away, you guys, and I was very like distraught and upset and hurt about it. But I've kind of gotten over it now. I'll never get over the memories of him. I don't know why this phone keeps fucking vibrating when I turned the Wi-Fi off on here, but then that's neither here nor there. But I'll never get over the memories of Rocco Grattan. But I know that he's in a better place now, and I know that he doesn't have to deal with this whack ass, weird ass fucking world that we all live in, girl. So anywho, let's go on and get right to this story time. So this story time takes place, I want to say, what's vibrating? So this story time takes place, I want to say about, I want to say about 2 months ago, maybe, or was it a month ago? I can't remember because it's kind of old, but not really. Also, you guys, today is Tuesday, so you already know what it's giving. It's giving Tipsy Tuesday, bitch. So hold on, let me show y'all my new best friend, y'all. Well, she ain't new. Y'all already know who she is, girl. Y'all know I could never get rid of my friend, child. So hold on. So y'all know I had to bring my best friend back into the cut. Girl, y'all know my Aztec Silver, my Montezuma, girl. So I already took me like 2 little swigs while I was outside, and I got this regular ass can of Sprite. Ugh. I don't know what's up with Quince Liquor and them not having the tropical Sprite, but let me catch you outside, bitch. It's gonna be a problem. Let's run the clock back with this story time, okay? So I met this guy back in early 2021. Actually, 2020, you guys. When I first started my transition back when I was working at the Tanger outlet. If you guys don't know, I used to do security for Outlet Universal, and I was the most fattest trans bitch to have ever put on the security uniform. Girl, the boys could not stop knocking at my door, because y'all know the milkshake brings all the boys to the yard, and then right, it's better than... Okay, because I thought you forgot, girl. I thought you forgot. Like, what's see? I was just like doing my own little thing, my little Invisalign and all that fun shit, right? So let's slow down. I had just created me an account on this app called Jack. I want to say about like a year and a half ago. And this was still my first account because if you guys didn't know, my first account got deleted. Don't know how, don't know why, don't care about why, don't care how, but my first account got deleted. So I ended up getting a message from this guy. And for the sake of the story, so I'm going to call this guy Monte because, I mean, why not? You know, that's the easiest thing I can remember because y'all know I got my Montezuma right here. So let's call this guy Monte. So Monte had messaged me. He was like, hey, where you from? What's your name? Blah, 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 all the fun shit they always say. Very, very, very boring, pointless conversation, right? So old boy had ended up mentioning to me how, he was interested in, trans women, all that fun shit, right? And I was like, okay, she's a trans girl. She got her little hair done, her little makeup done, all that fun shit. Her boobs start kind of, growing in, but not really because y'all know I started my transition in August 25th, 2022. I'll never forget that day. So I was very much so like still kind of like boxy, still blocky, strong face, giving angler, giving very much so bodybuilder. See, like she wasn't really like the soft feminine like bitch that she is now, but like she still was giving the girls very much so like fish. I was kind of shooketh that he found an interest in me because there was other trans girls on the app at the time that were well, I mean, there's still some girls that's on the app too that are really pretty, but at that time, y'all, it was some very beautiful trans women on that app, and I was kind of shook that he chose me out of all these other girls, right? So let's just say we ended up like conversing, having a little cute little conversation, blah 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 blah, right? Now I want to say my sister, she was in college at this time as well. No, she ended up going to college in 2021. So we're gonna fast forward to 2021. So at this point in time, in 2021, I was working for TJX, still under Allen University, y'all. But y'all know I was working at the FedEx ground. I think it was ground, right? FedEx ground, y'all. Y'all know I met the boy. If y'all remember way back when, y'all, like way back when. This is the old ass story time when I was trying to do my little sativa Saturdays or sativa Sundays or whatever it was, and I was talking about that boy that I met at FedEx, and he was like the real handsome, like tall chocolate dude with the taper fade, and he wanted me to like top him or whatever it was, girl. We like in my sister room or whatever it is, right? I don't know if y'all remember that, but if you do remember that, girl, you're an OG bitch for real. And shout outs to you, bitch. But if you don't remember, yes, I was working for TJX and I had met that boy. I forgot his name, but I met him. So I had dealt with him. Y'all know D was J came like years before then. And then I also was this was before I also started dealing with no, was it girl? Hold on, y'all. What's T? Let me hold on. Wait, let me put this all together, girl. Hold up. I was also dealing with Chris or what's that one named Cameron, and I was dealing with Aaron at the time. You're like, who's Aaron? That's Jameson's real name, child. So that's who I was dealing with at the time. Jameson and Cameron, and Cameron is Chris's real name. And the story about how to survive a Sagittarius or whatever it is, yeah, that's his real name, girl. So those are the two that I was dealing with, along with the boy that was talking about somehow, oh, he wanted to kill me. His name is Nigel for real, but I called him something else in the story time, girl. I can't remember. So those are the three that I was dealing with at the time. And of course, y'all know, oh boy, that was at FedEx. So I was in the house, boring my feet up, watching ridiculousness with who? The damn cabbage, you already know. Sipping my little drinkity drink, whatever the case may be. On this day, y'all, was I off? No, I was not off, y'all. Because I used to work overnight. Yes, 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 yes. I used to work overnight. I was also dealing with that boy in that story time where I had that threesome where he got like finagled with in front of me while we was at the hotel, and he almost got beat up by the hippies that dude that came to the hotel because he was trying to take a picture of him, or like he turned his flashlight on, whatever it was, y'all. This is an old ass story time, like, oh my gosh, but I redid it, but y'all may not remember, but if you do remember when I first did it, yeah. So girl, I forgot that man's name. Y'all, I'm putting all these pieces together, girl. You better catch the tea. You catch the tea, girl. You better catch the tea. So child, I was dealing with all them people at that time, and I was still on Jack, kind of like heavily, but not really heavily. So I, ended up devising a plan to link up with Monte, and Monte was like, "Oh, well, I have a car, but my car is kind of like real iffy." I'm like, "That's fine. Like, trust me, honey. Like, your car don't matter to me as long as you come over here and we have a good time. Like, I'm cool with that. Like, that's great. That's fine. That's fishy. That's cunt. That's whatever the case may be, right? So I'm down with it." So friend was like, "Okay, so what times are you available?" I'm like, "Oh, well, I'm available." Sometimes at nighttime before like 10 p.m. And other times I be off. So on the day that he came, y'all go ahead on and grab your little liquor, child, because we about to take a shot. Because yeah, where's my shot glass at? I'm gonna pour me a little shot, whatever the case may be, child. Y'all know I like my shots to be ill. What the hell is this? Oh, honey, they done lost their mind. Hold up. Well, we're just gonna be grown today. I was trying to be grown and sexy, but so much for that, girl. We're gonna take it back to the hood and take a swig out the bottle. So let's go ahead. If you got your bottle, girl, come on, take a little shot or a swig with me. Mm-mm-mm. Now, it was a day that I was free actually, and I did not have to go to work that day. So he hit me up and he was like, "Hey, would you mind me coming over?" I was like, "No, I wouldn't mind you coming over." So, like I said, he told me that his car was a little, wonky, a little, a little off kilter, whatever the case may be. And I was like, "Boo, that's fine. Like, trust me, honey. I've seen worse cars than that. I've been in worse cars than that." Because if you remember the story time about that boy with the dreads, and I was in his car and we had got followed or whatever, right? Y'all remember when I told y'all about like how the car looked on the inside? Yeah, boo. So I've been in worse cars than that. Don't mind these clothes, baby, because I know y'all see them. These clothes are clean. I need to fold them up. I have like 5 baskets of clothes, and I'm not fucking playing with y'all. I have 5 baskets of clothes that I need to fold up and put up. So don't mind this. The clothes are clean. They are very much so clean. So not too much. Mind your business. Long story short, friend ended up asking, like, what's your addy, whatever the case may be. And then friend ended up pulling up over here. So to tell you guys what Monte looked like, after I told friend it was fine for him to come up over here, y'all already know what I did. I went to the bathroom, got myself all cute, whatever the case may be, because you got to stay ready so you don't have to get ready. Oh, gosh. So I had a wig on. It was my Sakula wig with the cute little highlight tint or whatever the case may be. Kind of like this quick wig that I have in my head right now, but it just wasn't beauty supply store hair. This is beauty supply store hair, girl, and she is fab. Okay, I had like this cute little Sakula wig with a little blonde hair, girl. I put a picture of what it, what it looked like in here. So I had my cute little scarf tied on. I had this cute little black scarf tied on. I had on this cute little A-line orange skirt, and I had on this white, like, crop top little, like, knitted, crochet, whatever you want to call it, top. I got it off of Shein, and I got this skirt off of Shein. And if you guys don't remember what skirt I'm talking about, girl, like, I have a picture of it when I had, like, the cute little shirt, the little frillies on it. I was talking about the story time when I was talking about how I had met Corbin. If y'all don't remember, that was back, like, on New Year's of this year, back in January. So I had that little skirt on, girl, and I had my cute little crop top, little crochet, little sweater on. And with my cute little Sakula wig. Body was shaved, booty was shaved, all that, girl. Then went took me a little shower, girl. All that fun shit, right? Douched out. At that time, y'all, my bed was facing, what is this? This is vertically, right? When it's facing this way, this vertically. And when I say this way, it's like this way. So this is vertically, right? Because horizontal is like straight across, I think. Bitch, I don't know. I'm too drunk for this one. I don't know. So Fred pulls up in this cute little car, girl. I'm not gonna say what type of car it is. The car was not cute, but I'm just saying it was a cute little car, girl, just, to be nice. And this is gonna tune into something else in a second. So Fred pulls on up. I let Fred in, and he was this brown skin, kind of like, well, not brown skin, more like dark skin guy. Had like locks in his head. They were like short at that time. And he had like these real like big eyes, kind of like vines, and I always say that because like I don't know what to describe as my eyes. I guess like they would call them like doe eyes or something. I don't know. But he had like really big eyes. He was like I said, tall. And he had like the swing body build, like, he had like a little bit of booty, like, he was like, a little, a little thick, a little slim, whatever the case may be. Really nice body, whatever the case may be, right? So Fran pulled up over here on the t-shirt and some athletic shorts. It was cold outside too, by the way. So he pulled on up, girl, came on in, gave him a little hug, whatever the case may be. He walked on back here up in my room. My job, my mama was here. My mama knew that I had company. Like, my mama be trying to act like, you don't be having company. Girl, you just, I did my ones, my twos, my threes, and my fours, right? So that's just how I met him. So now we're going to move on to the story time, right? And I may end up having to make this into a part 2, but I really hope not, because girl, I don't want to have to keep recording like, I hate doing part 2s because part 2s just make the story time like less enjoyable. So let's go on and move on to this story time, right? So he ended up hitting me up. We had lost contact back in the day, y'all, because I pulled into his house one time back when he was living somewhere else in these apartments, right? But his girlfriend was living with him. Around this time, y'all, I did not know that he was doing the Coca-Cola because I wasn't experimenting with those type of drugs or nothing like that. That's not my type of thing. That's not my get, that's not my gag. I don't do that. But, because y'all know, a bitch keeps it real. She ain't trans for no reason. A bitch is trans because she keep it transparent. And I've dabbled in a little bit of things here and there, tried a little bit of XYZ 1, 2, 3, just because I want to, and I know my limitations. So, I tried some with my little Hispanic friend. Girl, I haven't told a story time about him yet, but y'all know, Rico, I think that's what I called him in the story time about that dude that was doing a little ice or whatever. And he couldn't get, stiff. He couldn't get to his standing ovation. Y'all remember what I was talking about, right? Yeah. So I've done a little bit of stuff, but like, it's not my everyday thing, right? So anyway, this nigga right there, but yeah, I didn't know that he was doing the Coca-Cola, child. So Fred was doing the Coca-Cola like real bad at that time, and I hadn't known that he was doing that. So we're gonna fast forward, right? I met him one more time when I had the truck, y'all. This was before I had the accident. It was back in like, I want to say like maybe let's say like November of 2022. And after that, girl, the bitch had her accident in February, all that fun shit. Went to jail, clean, clean, all that fun shit. Yeah, whatever, whatever. So I had not seen him in a while, you guys, and I mean in a while. I Ubered to his house one more time, and he lived somewhere different, I think. No, he lived at the same house, but he didn't have a girlfriend at that time. So I pulled up to his house, we drank some little Ed Hardy, whatever it is. Drank that. Well, it's not called Ed Hardy, girl. It's called Eddie's hard lemonade or something like that. Drank that back and forth, girl. Got real drunk, did a little ones and twos, girl. Friend could not take the penis to save his life. I went to the hotel to see him another time. So I've known this boy for quite some time, y'all. So now we're moving on to present day, where this story time takes place about a month ago, girl. So he now lives somewhere else, and he had this roommate, child. So he was like, hey, would you mind coming to see me? I'm like, no, I wouldn't mind coming to see you. At this point in time, I have been introduced to another type of like I said, y'all, I'm just real. Another type of substance is called ice. Y'all already know, like I've told y'all about this. And I tried it a couple of times, like it's cute, whatever, but that's not my drug of choice, child. I'm more so of like a weed girl. I love the plants. Like, I'm a Mother Nature type of bitch. Like, girl, she love her herbs and spices. Like, he hit me up on this app called Tag. This is after I fell out with Cameron, aka Chris. And this is after I fell out with Aaron, aka Jameson. So I no longer talk to these guys anymore. I don't know what they're doing in life, and I don't give a fuck about what they're doing in life. I'll know that now this is me currently, very much so like a fab ass bitch. Don't give a fuck about none of these little boys out here. Like, girl, we have our little fun times, kick you to the curb. Don't care to see you no more. XYZ123, right? So she's real bougie now. She's real, like, set in her ways. She's real assertive. She stands her ground. And now she charges niggas. Because at first she didn't used to. Because she was being a nice ass bitch. Now, if you want to see me, bitch, you got to pay me. Period. Because this throat is too good to be giving it away for free. This ass is too fat to be giving it away for free. He's got a special place in my heart. So I don't feel the need to charge him for anything. Because, like, I've known him for quite some time. So he hit me up on Tag. He was like, hey, how you been? Blah, 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 right? I'm like, oh, I've been good, whatever. So he was like, hey, would you like to come over here? I got a roommate, excuse me, all that fun shit, right? So I'm like, yeah, like I wouldn't mind coming to see you. So I ended up going to his house, y'all. I go up over there and we chilling, we hanging out, whatever the case may be. This is the first night. So he was like, oh, I really want to, have a, what is it called? Let's call it, a triple threat, yes. He wants to have a triple threat with his roommate because his roommate has already given him the bop before, because she be looking at his little, his little print or whatever it is, because girl, friend likes to walk around his little thongs or whatever, right? So, girl, that's T. But anyway, so friend was like, yeah, like, my girlfriend, she exposed me on Facebook, telling folks how old, I like trans girls, but he didn't use the term trans girls. Another term that he used, but we don't get into all that. So, yeah, he said that, oh, she exposed me for like a trans girls and stuff like that. And, she said that I was gay, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, oh, well, that sucks to be you, bitch. Because, I mean, like, if you would have came out ahead of time before she put your business out there, you wouldn't have this problem. But then again, what is it to come out about? Like, I mean, just live your life. But why are you trying so hard to cover it up? Just be who you are for your pride, bitch. Like, why are you trying to uphold an image that is not you? I ended up meeting this girl, and I'm gonna use her real name because I don't really care. And she is a trans girl, right? She's at the beginning stages, I think. No, I think she started her hormone replacement therapy. I'm not too sure. I don't remember. But I think she told me that she did like a year ago, if I'm not mistaken. I don't know. But yeah, so I met this gorgeous girl. Very, 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 very sweet. Like, when I say very sweet girl, very sweet girl. So he brought her into the room, and we was kind of like, doing our little thing, whatever it is. But is very like aggressive. Like she's not gentle at all. I'm a more passionate lover. I'm a more passionate person. I don't like the rough shit. The rough shit turns me off. Like say somebody's like trying to give me the bop bop and they like giving me the bop bop, but they like doing it too rough. Like, oh my goodness, like calm down. Like, why the fuck do I feel your molars? She wanted to munch on old boys, booty me, whatever it is, right? So he done got a doggy style, girl. He done start giving me the bop bop, whatever the case may be, girl. So I'm like, okay, this is cute, this is tea, whatever the case may be. So she, munching on his little booty meat or whatever, right? But I'm seeing him like wincing. So clearly she's being too rough. So after that, me and Miss talked a little bit, we chit chatted, laughed a little bit, whatever the case may be. And, long story short, he ended up telling her, hey, boo, you gotta get out. And I was like, damn, like, what the fuck she do? So he's like, yeah, you gotta go because you're not doing what I asked you to do. I'm like, oh, what you asked her to do? Like, that's something in my head. Like, what you asked her to do? Fran ain't telling me nothing. All I know is me and drunk as hell, and then we started like playing around, right? Because I mean, like, girl, we're drunk bitches. Like, what the fuck are we supposed to do? Sit here and be serious, girl, and we're drunk off tequila, girl? No. So she talking about some. Oh, when he come back in, and I'm skipping parts on purpose because I don't want to give too many details away. But she was like, oh, when he comes back in the room, let's just like bounce on him. I said, okay, girl, let's do that. So he comes back in the room and stuff, right? Talking about some, oh, how we're boring, whatever the case may be. So he comes back in the room, girl. Then we both like squatted on him and started bouncing and stuff, started twerking and stuff. Girl, we were just acting stupid, and that pissed him off so bad. So that's why he kicked out the room. So after he kicked her out the room, Fran was like, oh, you was already like standing at attention. I should just went on and like did what I had to do before she came into the room. I'm like, oh, I really don't mind it though. Like, I actually had a good time. He was like, oh, I just feel like, the vibe was off when she came in because she turned me off or whatever it is. I'm like, oh. So I don't know what the problem is with them two, but like, girl, update, Miss moved out, so she don't live there no more. Thank God for her, and I hope I find her again because that is my trans sister. She's older than me by I think like 4 years now. I think she's like 28 if I'm not mistaken. So I love Miss. She kind of like trauma dumped on me about all the tea dealing with him in that house, but we're not going to talk about all that because it's not this type of video. So now we're moving on to day 2 of me kind of like living there, quote, quote, because I wasn't like living there, but I was living there, if that makes sense. I'm there, Miss. She ended up like saying how, oh, she's gonna walk to work. I'm like, boo, you don't want me to get you like an Uber or nothing like that? She's like, no, like I'd rather just walk to work because I used to take the bus, but folks be picking on me, blah blah blah. I'm like, girl, like, you sure you don't want me to get you an Uber? Because like I don't think it's safe for you to be having to walk to work and then have to walk back home. She was like, no, it's fine, but it's fine. I'm like, girl, okay, child, because like I'm trying to be a girl's girl, but like if you don't want it, I'm not gonna force no Uber or like my services down your throat if you don't feel comfortable. So I kind of just was like, well, it is what it is, right? So now we bring in another character, y'all. We're gonna call this girl, let's call her Danny, okay? We'll call her Danny. So Danny is this other trans girl. She has not started her transition yet, but she is more so like, I want to say she's more in her beginning stages, I believe so. I'm not too sure, but I'm not the one to judge my transition because it's not my gig, it's not my gag. I don't do that. You already know the tea on that one. So she ended up coming by because we ended up running out of like paraphernalia. So she came and brought, old boy Monte some more like ice, and she brought some Mary Jane, and she brought some seltzers over there. So y'all know me, I'm a drinking ass bitch. I love me a cute little beer, whatever the case may be. Girl, we're 34 minutes in. Let me stop this real quick in case it stops on me. She comes on in, she brings her little party gifts, whatever it is. So they both start handing a little pipe back and forth. She offers me the pipe. I'm like, no ma'am, I am straight on that one, metaphorically speaking. So girl, like, why she crushed all the little ice up or whatever it is, right, and put it on the table, girl, and then she lit her little pipe and snorted that stuff in her nose, child, and blew it out. I was like, this is like some crazy shit. I've never seen that a day in my life, y'all. Never seen that a day in my life. It is crazy, y'all. It is so crazy. So I had on me some lingerie when I was over there. I had on like this little cute gold dress. Y'all seen that gold dress before. Back in the story time I told y'all about that boy that stole my shit. If y'all remember, he stole my shit. My phone, whatever it is, the phone that I used to record on. That's an iconic phone. But yeah, that's back when I met that boy, right? When I had the gold dress on. And I had the cute little robe that went with it. So I'm over there, me and Miss Danny were back there in that boy's room, right? Monty's room, chilling. We talking about boys, other girls, about how rude they are and how like stereotypical they can be and how like like what's the word? Not why is it? Hold on, why is it buffering? What is he? How like they're very like stereotypical and like how a lot of them like to live on these like high horses and like these little hierarchies and things like that, the passing, the non-passing, the femme, the not femme, the butch, all that other shit, right? So then we start talking about food and weave and like makeup and nails, all that fun shit, right? Because let me throw this in there. Monte was saying how he wants to have a threesome with two trans girls, but the thing about Danny is Danny don't top, Danny bottoms. Me, I am versatile, so I top and I bottom. So he was hoping that he could like, penetrate her and then let me penetrate him after he's done penetrating her, right? That was the gig, that was the gag. That's what he wanted to do, right? So y'all, when you're doing things like ice, whatever it is, it makes you not stand at attention. So you have to be very careful with how much you do. I am not by any means trying to encourage any of my girls to try anything like it or do anything like that. But I'm just saying in general, like if you're one of those type of people that live on the edge or like, kind of like, kind of just do whatever you want to do because like you feel like, you just want to do whatever you want to do because you like literally just want to do what you want to do. You have to be very cautious of what you do because those things can affect your reproductive organs. So I couldn't get to my standing ovation because like I'm not physically attracted to trans girls, right? And it's gonna come into play right now. So after we had been like kind of like coercing Monte to come back there in the room because he said he wanted us to have a threesome with him, whatever it is, or a triple threat, whatever I called it. He was on the game playing little Call of Duty and shit like that. He done took a little X pill. He done took a little roll. Then he done did some ice. Then he done smoked some weed. Then he done drank some beer. Then he also done smoked a black and a cigarette, right? All right, y'all. So I'm back. Y'all already know what the phone did. It stopped recording on me after I was trying to be like, oh shit, let me hurry up and like try to take it off, blah, 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 right? So, anyways, back into the story time, girl. So he already had been like doing the most, as y'all I just told you guys. Like he done did XYZ 1 2 3 and XYZ 1 2 3. So I'm thinking in my head, ooh, bitch, this is not gonna end well. Even I know my limitations and I know when I'm doing too much. And I know when I've like, kind of like hit the lid, girl. Like I know. So if you know, like I think you should know, why are you doing all of that in one sitting, by the way, y'all? One sitting. One sitting. This is not something that like happened over a course of like a couple of hours. No, this happened over a course of like minutes. So, me and Miss Danny, we ended up like going back there to the back room, right? We're talking about like, like I said, the other girls, whatever it is. And mind you, this boy wanted to have this threesome, whatever the case may be, or this triple threat, like I mentioned in the past. So we kept on like coming in like, hey boo, like come on back to the back, like you want to show you a good time, like come on back here, daddy, all that other shit. Girl, I didn't say daddy because we only got one and he ain't here no more. So I'm like, oh, come on back this way, like come on, like let's go on and go back here in the back room, like come on, right? But he was over there playing Call of Duty, talking about something, oh, I'm a silver player, I'm a whatever the fuck he said, girl, some dumb shit that I really don't care about, right? So I'm just like, okay, girl. Like, if you're gonna sit here and play the game all fucking day, all this time, it's literally no point, no reason for us to keep coming up here, like trying to coerce you to come back here. So me and Miss Danny, we just went back to the back and we started talking and stuff like that. So I ended up bringing another thing of lingerie, right? It was this cute pink, like a Valentine's Day dress, like type of scenario. Y'all, I thought I saw a fucking roach. Woo, child, I ain't got time for it. But yeah, like it was this cute little pink, like suede dress. If you guys remember from my trial haul that I did at the beginning of February, yes, that's what I had on. And I was just like, hey girl, I want you to try this on. And she was like, you sure? I'm like, yes. So she tried it on and stuff, right? And I was like, girl, it looks so cute on you because of me, I'm not no skinny mini. I'm not no thin ass bitch. Like I'm very much so full, voluptuous. I have curves and waves. So, I'm not no skinny ass bitch. So some things may not look as, what's the word, as complimentary on my body shape as it would on another bitch. So I was like, girl, like, try this on. I think it would look cute on you. She tried it on and she looked phenomenal in my opinion. So she was like, "Oh, like this is so cute." I'm like, "Well, girl, you can have that because I can't fit it." She was like, "Are you sure?" I'm like, "Yes, girl. Like you can have it. Like I don't care." So we back there still talking about little boys, whatever it is, talking about lingerie. She's talking about how, "Oh, I love your body shape. I love your body type. Like, have you had any surgeries?" I'm like, "Girl, no, I haven't had any surgeries." It's just like this. Oh God, no, no, I haven't had any surgeries. This is just my natural. Jesus. No, I have not had any surgeries. This is just my natural body. I was taking hormones for about like, I want to say a year and a half, and then I just stopped taking them because my dad moved in. XYZ123, all that fun shit, right? She was like, "Oh, okay, like, well, your body looks nice." I'm like, "Well, thank you so much." So we're chit chatting, whatever it is. Mind you guys, let me add this detail in. As we're chit chatting, the door is wide open so we can see him playing the game. So we're still like, "Hey, like, come on back here, come on back here, come on back here. Like, like, come join us, come join us, come join us," right? One thing about it, two things for sure. Me, bitch, I'm not about to keep begging no grown ass man who wanted to have a triple threat, which was a fantasy of his and a kink of his, to come and join us and have a good time. I'm not about to keep doing that. I'll let somebody else keep doing that. I'm not gonna keep doing that. So we went back in there one more time. It was like, "Hey, like, come on back here, come on back here." He was like, "I know what y'all trying to do, but I'm in the middle of playing the game." And we both looked at each other like, "Bitch, are you serious?" So we said, "You know what? That's fine." Like, we just went back there in the back, and I rolled my eyes, and she rolled hers. And we went back there in the back, right? So she was like, "Well, hey, I'm gonna get some shit cracking." I'm like, "Okay, girl, like, do what you want to do." So she done smoked her little pipe, whatever it is, right? And put the little pipe down and tried to pass it to me. I said, "Girl, I'm good," right? So she has me lay down on the bed. So I'm laying down, she gets to give me the bop, whatever the case may be. And I'm not gonna lie to y'all, like, she looked like, and this ain't no shade, you guys. So hopefully don't nobody take this the wrong way. But she looked more like masculine. So she just looked like a guy. Oh God, hope this is like not offensive. Cause I'm really not trying to be, but she looked more like a guy. Just she had like a wig on. So and her voice was deep too. So it kind of gave me more of like a masculine vibe, like masculine energy. So I was like kind of like intrigued, kind of turned on by it a little bit. So I started getting she was sitting in attention, whatever the case may be. So at this point in time, we done closed the door because we done started talking shit about him. So she's giving me the bob bop and stuff like that. Girl, I'm kind of grabbing her little booty, whatever it is. She's a little skinny girl too. She's a little skinny twink, whatever it is. Had like, a little nice little booty, whatever it is. So we back there doing our little ones and twos, our threes and our fours, right? So all of a sudden, when the door closed and we start, touching and feeling on each other, that's when I hear the game pause. So then he gonna walk to the bathroom and use the bathroom, right? I'm like, okay. So we back there doing our little thing and stuff. We got the music playing. So then friends start twerking, like Danny starts twerking and stuff like that. Right while she give me the bop bop. So I'm like, "Hey, get it." So I start slapping her little booty and whatnot, girl. I'm like, "Yes, girl, get it, bitch. Hey, oh, all that fun shit, right?" So I'm smacking her little booty and whatnot. So then after that, that's when the whole like living room light turns off. The light turns off. The game turns off. All of it turns off, right? So it's like pitch black in the living room. And mind you, we're still in that man's bedroom doing our own little thing, right? So she asked me, like, "Do I eat the little booty meat and stuff like that?" I'm like, "Girl, yeah, like I eat little booty meat, whatever the case may be, right?" So Miss Thing spins on around and she lets me munch on her little booty meat, right? So I get some munching off her little booty meat, whatever the case may be. And then after that, I was kind of like, "Yeah, this is okay. This is cool, but I'm not really turned on by this. Like, I'm turned on, but I'm not turned on because I'm not attracted to trans girls. I'm attracted to men. Like, I like men. I don't like women at all. And I put, trans girls on the same pedestal with women. Somebody might be offended by it, but anything that looks like presenting as could possibly be considered categorized, could be on the same level as voice, whatever, woman, period. Lady, girl, not attracted to. Dick don't get hard because of it. Not interested. I eat the cooter scooter. That's it. Like, I don't like women at all. So, I know for a fact that I'm not about to fuck this bitch. So we come on out the room again. I try to get his attention. We open the door, girl. Black as fuck out in the living room. Games off, TV's off. Friend laying on the couch, balled up in a ball, facing the couch like he's not facing his doorway no more. So we come over there, we're like, hey, come join us, come join us, come join us, right? So then he's like, oh, nah, like, y'all move, y'all move, y'all move. So he like, the fuck is wrong with you? Like, that's what I'm thinking in my head, like, the fuck is wrong with you? So he's like, y'all back there, y'all done kicked me out the room and whatnot, y'all closed the door, blah, 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 right? I'm like, hold on, first of all, what we're not gonna do is that. Because we had literally been, at this point, begging you to bring your string bean head ass back here in the room with us for us to have this so-called threesome that you organized, but you wanted to sit on the game and play the game all day. So I'm confused on why you're feeling some type of way when we had literally been asking and asking and asking for you to come back here and join us. I don't know this bitch. This bitch don't know me. I know you. I know her through you. So I'm confused just as to why you have this big ass fucking problem with us getting things cracking. We have been asking you to join us and get shit cracking. Like the 4th of July, bitch. So I'm Confucius. Help me understand why the hell you have this big ass fucking problem. So he's sitting on the couch, he's sulking, he mad, all in the dark, sad. So I said, you know what? I said, you know what? He was talking about somehow, oh, cause when you guys get done, cause y'all go ahead on and like come in the living room and give me my room back. We was like, I said, you ain't said nothing but a thing, boo. Trust me, we're almost done getting ready. Cause baby, I ain't got time for it. That was after we went up in there and like tried to coerce him to come back there again. He had that little attitude. So he came back in the room and said, can y'all go ahead on and like get out because I want to get my room back so I can sleep. Girl, I said, trust me, we on our way out the door. We almost ready. So baby, I put my little clothes on. I told her, girl, I ain't got the time for this shit because we have been sitting over here begging you and asking your ass to come back here and join us, and your ass act like you was too good to come back here because you wanted to play the fucking game. So at that point, I got to a point to where I was like getting heated, and there's only a 0 and a 100. There's no in between for me. Either I'm completely like not bothered, nonchalant, whatever, or I'm completely angry and I'm ready to hit you in your face. So I'm at 100 at this point because we had been asking you this whole entire time to come and join us, and your ass acted like you was too good to come and join us because you wanted to play the fucking game, and bitch, you gonna play with these fucking little ass kids online. So I'm like, I'm not about to wait no grown ass man to come back here. You can do all that stuff, girl. I'm about to get home and get up out of here. She's talking about somehow, oh girl, don't leave me. I'm like, child, I ain't gonna leave you, but you need to come on, bitch, because once I book this Uber, I'm out of here. I'm not sitting over here playing with these hoes. I'm not sitting over here playing with this man. I ain't got time for it. So girl, she wants to still talk to him and argue back and forth with him. Baby, I grabbed my cute little Louis Vuitton bag. I had my little pajama pants on. These little, I think I had on my Tommy Hilfiger pajama pants. I had on a sweater and a jacket, my little Mama Kors jacket. Girl, I walked clean past somebody. They was arguing in the living room in the dark, and I walked clean out the doors and slammed the door, and I went and sat on the bricks. So I'm sitting outside, waiting on my ride, whatever the case may be, and then she comes out and she's mad. So we're like talking about it a little bit, and she's like, girl, that's so fucking stupid. I'm like, yeah, it is stupid because we have been asking him the whole entire time to come back here, so I don't know what the fuck the problem is. So after that, girl, I went on and I took my ass home because what other purpose do I have to be here? I don't have any other purpose to be here. So I'm going to go home. So as I done went home, girl, y'all know I'm the queen of receipts, boo. A bitch don't delete nothing. So I gotta pull a little phone out, child. Here it is. Okay. So this was Tuesday, March 4th. It was literally 3 days after my birthday. I knew it was somewhere in March. I knew I went crazy. So he texted me. He was like, when y'all get finished, can I have my room? That was at 4:38 a.m. I told y'all like I left. So he was like, you hurt me, Denise. Didn't tell you to leave. Wasn't mad at you. But if it's fuck him or fuck him, who fuck who? If it's fuck me and leave no apology, or he meant to say fuck him. It's about me saying fuck him, no apology. What we meaning, you just, what? Baby, this is stressing me out. He said, didn't tell you to leave, wasn't mad at you, but if it's fuck him and leave no apology, what we meaning, just you this time. And Danny, every day I was begging to just see something happen. I don't know what he was trying to say, y'all. I really don't know what he was trying to say. I said, friend, we kept asking you to come join us. We asked, I don't know how many times, and you just wanted to sit on the game all day for hours. How do I owe you an apology when me and Danny both kept asking you to come join us? And we did, like, I don't know how many fucking times. I don't know how many fucking times, child. He said I opened up to you with sincere feelings. You didn't even bother saying bye. And the reason I was on the couch huddled up, my damn heart was beating so hard and it scared me like you hurt me. I would have did anything for either one of y'all. I was gaining friends. I said you didn't want me to leave, but your energy was hostile. I'm not staying in an environment where it's hostile, angry energy. I'd rather leave. So he was like, understand how could you just leave me in that state of mind alone and don't even say bye? Yes, I was mad and seemed upset, but if you think about the situation, we were up all night looking for this. So tired, we didn't even, whatever. You stayed with me all day to do this, boo, when we talked so many times. I said, I'm not sure where you got or what you got from that situation, but we have been asking you to come join. You fell away because we closed the door and started doing our own thing. And you did. 100% you did. I said, I don't know what was wrong with you, and it was time for me to go. You were semi so standoffish the entire time, and we had been patiently waiting for hours, literally, because she came at like 10 o'clock. Girl, I left at 4 a.m. How long is that? How long is that? So I said there was zero respect for our time, and I know how I am. And before I act out of anger, I remove myself because once I start, I don't stop. I said maybe had you mentioned that, I would have had a clearer understanding. That's why I stopped hitting, the and smoking so much. You were hitting it a lot, plus taking rolls and smoking and drinking beer. You got to know your limits, friend. So don't paint it like I left you. I didn't feel welcome anymore, so I left. It's a major difference. I said, then not to mention, you have been throwing shade all day. And let's crack on that real quick. So he was talking to his roommate. And he was saying how, oh, I have been sitting in the same spot for like, 4 hours or whatever the case may be, because y'all know, when you do certain things, you can't get stiff or whatever it is. So I'm thinking, bitch, you throwing shade at me, oh, you can't directly address me and say nothing to me. So yeah, I feel hit, and that's why I said what I said. So then after that, I said the first crack was about being in the same spot for 4 hours. The second time was about hitting the pipe too much and being soft. That's why you're only going to smoke it every once in a while. I said, I can still be your friend, but don't ever think that I'm trying to sideline you or leave you stranded or in a time of need, because that's not my character. And that's the truth. Don't try to clock my wig and tell me who I am or what I am as a person when, to be quite frank, I've never done that, and I never will do it to my friends. Don't do that, boo, because you started it and I finished it and I left. So he said, okay. He said, no offense for you and her to feel that way. I'm glad y'all like each other so much, because I don't care to see any one of y'all anymore. No disrespect, lose my info and number. I said, it's like talking to a brick wall. Don't even worry about it, because for some reason you can comprehend that you did too much. You were the problem. You blew it. We did what we were asked to do. Take your anger out on the motherfucker who deserves it, because me and Danny didn't do nothing to you, and we did it. So after that, he was like, LOL, y'all made love in my bed and closed my door on me. I stood there and listened like y'all fake as fuck. And I don't want no dealings at all. I blew it because I don't want to wake up out of my sleep and then fuck. Like, from what I heard, y'all just need to stay together and let me be. If a motherfucker can't respect my wishes as a man and what brings peace and comfort in my life, I don't need you around me. He said he didn't blow shit but some weed. Even if y'all wanted to pop it off, I come out the bathroom, the door closed again, and y'all went from fully clothed to naked. He said, and I actually, what do you say? And I actually stood there and listened to y'all. No motherfucker even had a thought in their mind about, his name. Y'all was so high in the moment, y'all actually made love. So I'm thinking in my head, before we go, girl, I clocked his wig so fucking bad. And we're going to get to that in just a second. So he was like, no, but he said shit had me sick to my stomach, and I prefer not to even see any one of you again. For you to say it's my fault is crazy, but I need to worry about him right now anyway. Long story short, I'm happy on y'all new relationship. I'm glad y'all both found each other, and I wish y'all the best. He said, no bad blood. Everything happens for a reason. And the cold part is I talked to y'all both the 2 days prior on a piece, and y'all made love the same night, not even 2 hours after y'all met. I said, what, girl? Ooh, we gonna get to it. Okay, we gonna get to it. Because this bitch is delusional. He said, man, I don't even care. No mortis. The principal, and I'll never let nobody get close to me ever again. So y'all don't have to worry about my thoughts and opinions anymore. I'm out and never returning. Again, I wish you all the best moving forward. So girl, I had to clock his motherfucking wig. I said, see, when you coming up off the back end thinking you know some shit, it makes you look like an idiot. I said I wasn't high. I was coming down off mine. She was high still. I said, for your information, I'm not attracted to trans women. The only reason I wanted to partake in that triple threat was because you wanted to have one. Not once, but twice. Then you sit here on this high horse as if everyone else is the problem. You don't know your limits. You indulged in doing all that stuff. I did not. Nobody held a gun to your head and told you to do all that. Me and Danny had been sitting in that room literally talking about boys, trans women, food, and lingerie. You talking about you stood by the door and listened to what? A couple slaps on the ass? Get a grip. We kept asking you to come see us, to come join us. We kept walking to the living room while you sat on your ass and played the game for 5 hours straight while we sat back there bored out of our minds waiting on you. So don't sit here and tell me some bullshit about me and Danny are in a relationship or found love or are dating. What the holy fuck did you expect us to do? Fight each other, be rude, argue? I'm a kind person and so is she. We have joyful energies. That's why we connected so well. It gave off you were feeling jealous because of that. I said, didn't nobody leave you out of shit? You were more concerned about being, where is it at? A level gold, silver, whatever the fuck Call of Duty player than enjoying your time. And that was your choice. As long as you've known me, I've never been the type to kiss no ass or chase no down for a good time. You had an opportunity and didn't take advantage of it because you was tweaking out. So don't play with me. Play with your asshole, bitch. Basically, is the point of that. I said I left because I was getting angry with your attitude and I was sick of trying to get you to join. You ruined the mood and the night. So I'm over it. If I wanted to go home and that's what I did, I had been at your house for a day and a half with two failed attempts at a threesome that you organized. I won't be shaded or talked about indirectly. I will not be disrespected, and I'm nobody's slave or a punk. I wish you well in your future endeavors, but you just fucked up with a great friendship. When you find your mind and you come back from this trance state you're in, you know where to find me. And he was blocked after that. Girl, when I tell you, these boys be thinking they got one of these ditzy that they can fuck around with and act stupid with and try to paint the picture of, I'm never going to be that bitch. Never going to be that bitch. And you learned that night. I don't know who the hell you're used to playing those cat and mouse games with. I don't know who the hell you're used to having beg you to come back and do XYZ 1, 2, 3 with. I don't know who the hell you're used to that you like to play them games with, or that you like to play that. Like, I don't know. I don't know. But this bitch right here, Vega, or y'all may know me as Denise. Vega, Denise, whoever you want to call me, Miss Fletcher, the Black Swan. Girl, she'll never be that type of bitch. And he learned that night. So after that, girl, we did not speak. We didn't speak for, I want to say, about like 2.5, maybe 3 weeks. And I didn't give a fuck about it. I didn't give a fuck about it. I didn't care. Because you're not going to keep on trying to play like, for some reason, I did something dirty to you, or I tried to step on your toes in your household, or whatever the fuck you thought. No, bitch. What happened was you were too busy focused on something that had nothing to do with the situation at hand. We have been asking you to come join us for I don't know how long, and you wanted to play the game. Therefore, you missed out on an opportunity. You had another opportunity to have a threesome with me, and you fucked it up yet again. So, I mean, why are you coming at me? Why are you coming at me? I'm confused. Like, why are you coming at me? So, girl, all in all, y'all, that is kind of like the end of this story time when old boy hit the lid too much and did way too many, and he started tweaking out. So, thank you all so much for tuning into this crazy ass story time, child. So, if you guys like this video, please give me a thumbs up. If you didn't, you're free to give me a thumbs down. I'll never see it. I don't care. Please make sure you guys like, comment, and subscribe to my channel. And if you love videos like this and you love my gorgeous face, obviously, make sure you guys share with your friends, your family, your foes, that hating ass bitch in the back that keep your bills paid. And I will catch bad ass bitches in my next story time. Bye, bad bitches.